We are going to be presenting on WEP keys, which are wired equivalent privacy keys, which are network security keys for your internet or your Wi-Fi. Gary is going to be focusing on common software programs that are used to crack WEP keys. Jack is going to demonstrate how to actually do it. And Franklin is going to show us how to set up a WEP key on your router or modem.
Hello, this is Gary, and I'm going to be talking about some software that's available out in the open market to help crack WEP. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a product called AirCrack, and it's probably one of the most popular and widely used cracking software that's available currently. It is specifically set up to crack WEP or WEP in the 208.11 model. One thing I found kind of comical was the number of YouTube videos that are set out there for AirCrack. Everybody that was doing it was able to crack WEP in well less than 10 minutes. Some of them closer to the 8-minute mark is how quickly they were able to crack it. The second one I want to talk about is AirSort. It is also widely used to crack WEP. One of the things I found out about it was that they're also a window unit or window software available. So you don't have to just use Linux. You can use a Windows platform to help crack it and be able to get in through WEP. The last one I'd like to talk about is Cane Enable. Cane Enable is one of the older versions of the software. It's been around the longest. Probably 3-4 years, maybe even 5 years it's been around. It has also just came out with something fairly recently on how to, or it has some updates to be able to start cracking Windows passwords. Okay, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Franklin Guevara, and today I will show you how to set up a WEP key inside any modem or router. The brand of the router that we'll be using today is a Technicolor. It's the one that I have available. Tried to do Netgear, but I couldn't do it due to not having it on time. Let me share my screen today. And the first thing that we need to do is to actually get into the web OS for the router. So I know that the IP address for this one it's 192.168.100.1, and it's asking me for some credentials which I already saved them by default, and this is all the web environment for my router. Then something that I need to do is go to wireless. Inside wireless, I have those tabs in the left side, which is primary network. And by default, I have a WPS configured. It says that the physical button on the access point will provision wireless clients using Wi-Fi protected setup. I mean, it comes already protected in this case, my wireless. This is the default SSID that I have, and I can change it. But we will be talking about it later on. So something I need to do is, this is actually ready to set up the web encryption. So all of these items, WPA2 and PSK and PA normal, all of these are to be disabled in order to make the setup. So I disabled before, and now I have the web encryption. And in this case, I have two options. I have the 64 bits and then 128 bits. So I will be using the 64, and as you see, I have a message saying enabling web will disable WPS, which is the automatic configuration. So we're clicking OK. It's asking for the credentials again. I will click on login. Oh, something happened. I think I have to do it before. Instead of clicking yes. All right, we're ready. I did the change already. And here it says shared key authentication. This is optional. This is in case we need to authenticate it by AO2 protocol. And here's the network key that we can do. So we can do until 4 of them. And then I can use one of those, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So here I can change for whatever I want, as long as using numbers and as using alphabet characters. Then I click on generate web keys in case I need to generate a new one, and then I click on apply. So that's technically pretty simple. We on an access point, we usually do this in order to I will say to get the network a little bit more open, because as you can see here, I have disabled WPA, and inside the WPA I have some kind of encryption just like AES, and in this case this one possessed another one. Let me show you pretty quick. I will disable it first because we don't need it. This is a chip router, that's why it's kicking me out. Enabling WPS. If I enable those things, which is the one that I want, I have what type of encryption, but it's coming. So you can choose AES or TIC plus AES. So the web encryption it's usually coming disabled because this one is actually better. This encryption is actually stronger. So that's why I didn't make any change on my router. I don't want people to coming in. But this is a short video, and thanks for watching this.